If you're a Texas A&M fan, you're going to hear a lot about Marcel Reed this season. Some people are going to look at the stat sheet. Some people are going to look at the highlight plays. But that's not how I evaluate football players. I want to know the why behind the play. What did he see? What technique did he use? Where did he win? Where did he lose? And maybe most importantly, how can this coaching staff put him in the best position to dominate this fall? Because I believe Marcel Reed has a chance to be one of the most impactful players on the offense. But like every young player, there are things on film that I have to see him improve on. There are habits that need to become more consistent. And there are situations where Texas A&M could do a better job of letting him play to his strengths instead of asking him to be something that he's not. So today we're going to watch the tape. I've got 3 plays that show exactly why people are excited about him. Then we'll look at 3 plays that show where the next step in his development has to come. Finally, we'll talk about how I would use him if I were building this offense around his skill set. This isn't about criticizing a player. It's about teaching the game. The film doesn't lie. And if you know what you're looking at, I'll tell you exactly what this player is and what he can become. So let's go ahead and let's roll the tape. All right, so let's get into the good plays of Marcel Reed. I'm going to show you 3 good plays and 3 bad plays. This is what we need to see out of Marcel Reed each and every week, man, in order for him to progress, but most importantly, in order for the program to progress, right? So look, let's go through. When he has a clean pocket, all right, when his pocket is clean, but most importantly, when he sets his feet in the pocket, look, his feet are square. He's in line. He has great body position. Whenever he has that, this is the Marcel that we need to see, because look at the accuracy on the throw. When he lets this ball go, look at the accuracy, look at the trajectory, and look at the ball placement. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. When he thrived, he understood that he had a clean pocket whenever he made throws like this, but his feet were under him. That's one of the biggest things that he has got to focus on this year is his feet. If his feet stay under him like this, he's going to make throws like this all season long. And this is what we want to see out of Marcel in order for him to grow, but most importantly, the team to maximize their full potential on offense. All right, now as we continue to dive in on Marcel, this is where it comes alive again. Look at this. Now we're allowing him to use his feet. So he rolls out in order to get the defenders to move. So I want you to pay attention to this. Look at the defenders here. My 2 linebackers are rolling with Marcel because they know that he has the initial run threat. And if we can utilize this, if Wiggins can utilize this within the offensive system, this will open up a whole lot more. This is why mobile quarterbacks are the hardest people to defend. By him rolling out, look at this. The 2 linebackers vacate plus another defender in order to account for Marcel's legs. So by doing that, Marcel is smart enough and aware enough. He sees nothing downfield, but he sees the vacant hole here. Once he sees that vacant hole, he knows he has the athleticism in order to be able to break through and hit that open hole for a big gain, and in this sense, a touchdown. So as he continues to move, look at Marcel rolling through, and he's gone. Right, all the way in for a touchdown. This is what you want to see out of Marcel, right? And this is what you want to see out of the offensive system. The initial play is to get the pocket moving, right? Great line protection as the line sliders protects here in order to roll out opposite, right? As we continue to roll out opposite, now he sets his feet, sees nothing downfield, fully covered. Now he lets his full athleticism on display as he continues to see the vacated hole, and he allows his feet to do the rest of the talking. This is what we want to see out of Marcel each and every week, man. On the 2 to 3 plays per game that it opens up like this, utilize your legs as a threat for the defense and give them something to think about each and every week. And all right, and one more play, man, again. So once again, we're watching Marcel. He steps up into the pocket. Look at his poise. Beautiful. Eyes are in good position. Downfield, he's eyeing downfield. Great position. Look at his feet. His feet are under him, meaning he's not panicked. This is absolutely beautiful by Marcel. Now, anytime that you see this clean pocket, look at this clean pocket that he has, right? Full clean pocket in order to operate out of. This is a great job by the offensive line, creating that pocket, creating that B set, okay? Marcel has time to set his feet. He doesn't have happy feet within the pocket. He plants that back foot in the ground, as you can see right here. With that back foot, by allowing him to do that, he gets his feet in position in order to make the throw. He hits that throw downfield, good ball trajectory downfield, and boom, right into the pocket. This is the Marcel that we have got to see consistently each and every week. Clean pocket, great decision making, but he's not in a hurry. When he makes the mistakes is when his feet aren't settled and he's in a hurry. Okay. And those are the things that we're going to discuss that he's got to improve upon this next or this season. Right. So as you continue to see this great pocket presence, good patience, feet balanced within it, ball delivered on a dime. Beautiful job on Marcel right here. All right, so now let's get into some of the things that he has got to improve on if we want to take the next step as far as a quarterback and also as an offense. Number one thing that he struggled with last year was happy feet. Now he's feeling the pressure within the pocket. He steps up within the pocket. Great job. But look at his feet. His feet are way too wide. Way too wide. His base is too wide. By his base being too wide, him being in a hurry, it forces his elbow to drop. Okay, by his elbow dropping, he overcompensates in order to throw because look how he's pushing it. He's pushing the football right here. You can tell by his arm position right here. He's pushing this football. And when he pushes the football, it makes the football go in and he overthrows it, right? One of the problems that he had last year, a big problem was overthrows. The reason why he had big overthrow problems is because his feet were never settled. Watch it here in real time. Boom, he's moving. Fast feet, never settled. Fast feet, never settled. Ball is overthrown. Boom, led to an interception. These are the things that he's got to fix, and these are the things that defensive coordinators understand. So when he gets pressure, how does he handle that pressure? Can he stay within the pocket? Can he keep his eyes downfield? And can he deliver the football? And here we have another example of his footwork, right? Having happy feet in the pocket. So Marcel has a clean pocket. This is what you want. When you have a pocket like this, as an offensive coordinator, as a quarterback coach, you are praising the O-line. Look at this. Nobody is around him within 3 yards. He should have the wherewithal to be able to make this throw. Okay. So as we continue to run the tape, look at the happy feet, and he stutter steps right here. 1, 2, gather. Look at that lead foot. Okay, so we're going to pay attention to this one more time. Watch this step. This is what I mean by happy feet. So he comes in, step, and boom, extra step right there. By that extra step, that forces the ball to be overthrown to a wide open wide receiver. Okay, just because he doesn't have clean feet within the pocket. And once again, it's an overthrow right to the defender with the interception. If he can clean this up, because look at the pocket that the offensive line has created. If he can clean this up within the pocket, this is a strike. And with the type of playmaker that Craver is, and you get that ball in his hands, man, he can make a play, make guys miss, so on and so forth with the yak yardage. But we've got to be able to clean this up. If he cleans this up, man, his offense excels, but most importantly, he excels. And with this last example with Marcel, we've got to be able to get his anticipation in order. Now, I hated this play call, okay? So when we're looking at this play call overall, Miami's playing just a pure lanes defense, which I would play anyway. Okay. The reason why they're playing that lanes defense because they understand that Marcel Reed is a threat down here in the red zone. One of the biggest things that we had hurdles with last year was our red zone offense. Now, as the play runs, look at where Marcel's eyes are. Boom, locked. Now, this is a good and bad thing. By playing lanes, it allows the defenders to play. Marcel's looking here. Look at where the defender's looking. Marcel's looking here. Look at where the defender's looking. Okay, so let's go back to the snap of the ball. Watch this. Marcel on the initial snap catches the ball right here, and he's looking here. The eye of the defender is right on Marcel. So there's no eye manipulation when we talk about the red zone and the pocket presence. Okay, so we've got to be able to get that fixed, and he's got to be able to excel in that, improve in that. When he doesn't look off any defender within that red zone, the defender automatically, his eyes go here. So now that closes the distance. He understands that Marcel's looking dead at him. He doesn't have to move. But there is a clean pocket. There's a clean window right here, that honey hole window right there that he can hit, but he's late and he's holding on to the ball too long. One of the things that he had was happy feet, but he held on to the ball too long. He understands that this is an angle route. Okay, so this receiver here is going to break, is going out to come back in. Okay, but if he throws with anticipation, he has that window. Look at the window clear. Look at this window clear right here. If he just throws on time, out in front of the wide receiver, this is a touchdown and they tie the football game. But by him throwing late, But by him throwing late, and you see that window that they have diagrammed here, he's late to the football. And by him being late to the football, that leads to an interception by the defensive back. These are the changes that Marcel has to make and has to grow from. If he can grow from these changes, you will see the offense excel under Wiggins, our new offensive coordinator, and you'll see the team excel as well. Down to Marcel Reed, man. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, what you think he needs to do, what he can improve upon as well. But most importantly, how A&M can maximize him. All right. So leave that in the comments and let me know what you'd like to see next.